Namaste and peace and good morning, everybody. Hi, Summer. Summer, I said that wrong. Hi, Summer. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here and thanks for liking the video and subscribing and all that stuff. We're here again for Monday morning meditation. Hey, Basilia. So, prayer is an ascent of the spirit to God. Prayer is an ascent of the spirit to God. And that's by Evagrius Ponticus. Talk about a Greek name, Evagrius Ponticus. It's from a book called the Praktikos, and the Praktikos was one of the many books that he wrote. This particular book was written for non-monastics and the uneducated. He lived in a time where mostly only the people who were educated were the wealthy or the monks. So he wrote this basically for us, although, of course, we all can read, but we're not monks. And that's a little bit about this fella first. He was also called Evagrius the Solitary. He was a Christian monk and an ascetic from Heraclea on the north coast of what is now Turkey on the Black Sea. Little background for you. I put a link to his Wikipedia down below. He didn't write the Wikipedia because he's been dead for centuries. Somebody else wrote it. Good morning, Susie. Hi, Jem. Hey, Maureen. So, prayer is an ascent of the spirit to God. Centering prayer practice, Kriya practice, all of these things, it's it's all about the presence of the divine inside you, the ascent of your spirit, your soul to reunite with the divine self, which you actually already are. So it's not really a reuniting so much as an elimination of ourselves, our egoic mind, but it feels like a reuniting. It can feel like a reuniting. What prayer isn't? Well, it is sort of. You pray for things. People pray for things. They pray for healing. They pray for well being. They pray for safety. They pray for the end of grief. They pray for the healing of those who they love. And all of those things are wonderful prayers. But really, in its essence and in its core and the center of itself, the practice of prayer, the centering of oneself, the silencing of one's mind, is really about the ascent of your spirit, your soul, your consciousness back to its origin. That's why we practice the silencing of the mind. And this is prayer. I was recently somewhere. Where was I? Maybe on a plane or somewhere else. It was before I went to Utah. Somebody said to me, "I pray all the time." I said, "Great. How do you pray?" He said, "I pray for my family. That's a form of prayer. I pray for my friends. That's a form of prayer. Anytime you pray for somebody else, you basically pray twice. You pray for the thing that you want for this other person, but you also end up not sort of, you also end up lifting your own spirit to the divine. And that's one level of prayer. A lesser level of prayer is when oh God, what's that Janis Joplin old song? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Right? That was mocking. She was mocking that kind of prayer, mocking that kind of thing. And it's not wrong to pray for things. It's just they're so material. They're so here in this world, this temporary world of illusion. And definitely we need things in the world. Oh Lord, save me from this flood kind of thing, or this drought, or this earthquake, or this illness. But I find that in those sorts of prayers, there's a lot of disappointment when someone believes so much in the practice of prayer to heal an individual that they love, and then that individual gets sicker and then they die, it shatters their faith. I've seen that a million times. They move from a believing, faithful person to an agnostic and sometimes even to an atheist, but often an angry agnostic. You did not give me what I wanted, God. Whoa, you didn't give me what I wanted. See, the great saints of all religions don't teach the asking for anything other than the divine presence. They ask for the ascent or the reascent of the soul to the divine presence itself. I go over this all the time, and I keep picking out mystical sayings by mystics mystical geniuses who say the same thing again and again and again and again and again because it really truly absolutely works. It really absolutely works. If you long for the divine in your life, practice the ascent of your soul in your prayer. And how do you do that? If you die before you die, then when you die, you do not die. You practice the elimination of your thoughts. That's all it is. It's super simple. It can't be any more simple than this. It's very simple. It's the learning of silence creates the ascent of the soul, of the consciousness back to the divine. Super simple. So that's what we do here, and that's what we're going to do this morning. I'm going to close this little window that I had some notes in. Thanks for joining me here today, all 19 folk. It's great. We have a big room today of 19 people. Imagine if we're all sitting in the same room or in a meditation studio or a yoga studio or a zendo or something or a karate zendo. Not a zendo, but I can't remember the name right now. But we're in a little room together and we're all meditating together. That's what we're doing here. Good morning, Sunny. Hey, PL. Hey, Wanda. Robert says, opening one's eyes involves much more than just our physical eyes to understand events that take place here. So much here is not revealed here. There are things that the veil hides. It's like you hear many ears say that when they came back from the dead, and I among them, where I saw so many colors that the human eye can't see. I saw, maybe you could think of it this way. I saw in the entire spectrum of light, X-ray and ultraviolet and infrared and all these other forms of electromagnetic energy. I could see those colors with the soul eye. And when we come back here, or when you practice a life of meditation, you begin to perceive some of those colors. I don't actually see an infrared, okay? I don't have the cones in my eyes to see that, but I see a tint, a hue, a color that was not perceivable before. And I magnify that. I increase my capacity to see that through this ascent or reascent of my soul, of my consciousness, back to my higher self, back to the divine self, which I am. Robert is completely right. It's not what you see with these eyes. It's not just opening these eyes, it's opening that eye. But of course, this eye is actually your whole soul. But that's for a story for another day. Hi, Lynn from Arkansas. I am going to grab my mask here and grab my phone, set my timer. I hope that helps everybody. Everybody, I put these out there. I don't know how they land. I thank you for your comments in the chat. It's helpful for me. But as I talked about yesterday at Not Church, there's a powerful, powerful thing that happens when souls contemplate and meditate together. It can lift you up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to watch yesterday's video. Here's a funny thing that this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, except for souls, the word souls. Whenever I raced sailboats, I raced for other people in sailboats for years. And whenever you're checking in at the racing line, the committee boat contacts you and they want to know who you are and how many souls there are aboard your boat. They never ask, at least in the races I've ever been in, they never ask how many people are on your boat, how many sailors are on your boat. They ask how many souls aboard, and the reply would be something like, uh, this is Silky. That was in one of the name of one of the boats I was on. This is Silky. We have 5 souls on board. Souls aboard. Souls aboard our body. The practice of centering prayer, the practice of Kriya, allows the soul to become dominant in your own life as it reascends. Okay, that's kind of an aside. Let's get to what we're doing here. Let's get to some meditation practice. Thanks for liking the video. I put on my mask because I like to eliminate the lights here. They're really bright. 3 ohms. Oh, and if you're just joining us, remember, pick a prayer word or a mantra and repeat that prayer word from on your breath, drive it down to just about an inch below your belly button, and then back up out your nose. But if you were with us yesterday, you might want to try any of those techniques I talked about, driving it from this spot right here, right down to your root chakra, or maybe trying it to go above yourself and below yourself. All right, here we go. Because there are chakras above yourself, okay? There are. All right, let's go. Enough of that chit chat. Turn on the clock. I set it to 5 minutes by mistake. Let's set it to 20 minutes. There we go. Okay. hope the chipmunk outside doesn't bother you. If you do, let me. Well, I won't be able to see. I was going to say let me know, but anyway. So here we go. 3 ohms. Relax. Follow your practice. slowly open your eyes if you wish. Continue meditating if you want to. I'll see you tomorrow at our Zoom meeting for meditation, where we'll talk more about some Kriya. Peace and love to you all. Hello, ES. Thank you for everything. Thanks for being here. Namaste. Peace be with you all. See you soon. See you, Roland. Ronan. Thank you. Sorry. Peace.